It was a standard go-home show, but it had some good moments. I'm John Renton with my review of WWE NXT TakeOver Stand Deliver predictions will be happening shortly after this review. We had a lot of video packages and some backstage brawls and an ending brawl. And look, they gotta stop with all these, show ending brawls. WWE and AEW, because it's getting goddamn ridiculous. It's getting so overdone. But anyway, that's another story for another day. We start off with Cameron Grimes still winded by the intellectual properties of the Undisputed Era. Roderick Strong's recent message of hitting him did not get that point across. He's like, don't make fun of the fact that, my best friends are fighting in this faction I put my blood, sweat, and tears into is no more. You will not do that. You will not monetize this. I don't care if you have a shirt and a new Titantron thingy. Let's have a match. They had a match. I'm not a big fan of the new Cameron Grimes. I don't mind him being a heel. I actually think he works well as a heel, but this whole, being all rich and everything. Cameron Grimes, it's kind of, I guess it's supposed to be annoying, but it's not the kind of annoying where I want to see him get beat up. I just want to see him go off camera. And I like Cameron Grimes in the ring. I think he can really wrestle. So can Roderick Strong. This is a good match. And later in the match, Grimes pulls out an Undisputed Era armband. And Roderick Strong's all distraught because, again, his best friends are fighting, and this faction he put his blood, sweat, and tears into is no more, so he's all upset and cave in 1, 2, 3. Okay, that was fine. Roderick Strong would, tell a little bit more of the story later, and Grimes got a win, so it was what it was. Karrion Kross has a video package, says he's going back to basics, especially with mat wrestling and strikes, and every time I hit Balor, he's going to see a white flash, and he's going to be the new NXT champion. Okay, short and effective. Walter talking about Ciampa. You are not, you are not a leader. You are a shell. The mat is sacred. I like Walter. Got to see Walter live at an indie show about 2.5 years ago. Guy's freaking massive in person. And NXT is moving to Tuesday, starting April 13th. This is good. This whole Wednesday Night War has been a fucking disaster. It's created, way more of a pissing contest between fans when we should just want good wrestling. We should just want both brands to succeed. And hopefully NXT can see some growth on a separate night. Same with AEW. I hope the best for both brands. I'm not that optimistic, but it couldn't hurt to have them on separate nights because there's got to at least be a little bit of growth. If there isn't, well, then we know that both brands are fucked. So, Escobar talks about how the Cruiserweight division revolves around him while his members of Legoland Phantasm are there, and he offers an open challenge. So, it's answered by Tyler Breeze. Okay? I like Tyler Breeze as a wrestler. I don't really care about him as a character. I don't really care about Breezango. The match was good. It was well wrestled. Phantom Driver 1, 2, 3. There really wasn't much to say about this. Nothing on the show particularly well, actually, there was one thing that irritated me on the show. A lot of the stuff on weekly NXT is just kind of there. They will hit some peaks, and then they'll just have a show where they just kind of coast. So anyway, MSK show up to run off Legoland Phantasm, and then the grizzled hung veterans, as I call them, because why not make fun of a name? It's grizzled young veterans, by the way. They show up soon to be recognized as new NXT Tag Team Champions. Then Gargano is complaining about not knowing who his opponent will be for TakeOver Night 2. And then Austin Theory, is going to be in this match. He's like, why are you even in this match? And then he talks about the finger poke of doom, and Gargano says, well, that killed the business. Well, wait, but we're still here, because they're making everybody really goddamn stupid. It killed WCW's business, by the way. Gargano, get your facts straight. Indy looked good. Indy always looks good. I don't really care about The Way. I mean, I know it's a reference to The Mandalorian. I've never watched Mandalorian. Nothing against it if you have. I just don't really have any interest. So anyway, suddenly we have a Pomeranian outside the CWC. This is to hype Taya Valkyrie. I don't actually know what her name is going to be, but Taya Valkyrie, she's going to be part of NXT, and good for her. She's done a hell of a lot in Impact, and it's time for her to take this next step. Got to meet her at the first ever indie show I went to. One of the nicest people you will ever meet at a wrestling show. I'm so happy for her success. So we have Indy and Candice against Gigi Dolan, Priscilla Kelly, going to take a bit of getting used to for that, and Zayna Rainier. They flashed the graphic by so quickly I could barely see it. Wasn't bad. Commentary talks about Indy liking Dexter because we need to push that storyline more. This is fine. Indy has improved. I hope that, Priscilla Kelly, aka Gigi, gets more of an opportunity. She's got a great look. I met her multiple times at indie shows, and she's goddamn awesome. And we get the Wicked Stepsister Stomp, and then we get an elbow from Indy off the top. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and Rainier took the pin. Hopefully maybe she gets featured a little more because she at least had some energy. I mean, I've never seen her before, but she had some energy. And then Candice says she deserves a title shot, so her and Indy won a tag title shot. And it will be our way. Yeah, we get it. We fucking get it. You're Mandalorian fans. Yeah, Candice also has the people skills of her husband, meaning that neither of them should be cutting promos. And then the champs are here to accept by firing a styrofoam missile at Indy Hartwell. It is at this point that I question if NXT is made for children. I like Shotzi and I like Ember as a team, I just think that's stupid. And then Zoe Stark is backstage. Io then confronts Raquel. You cannot kill me. That doesn't end well because Raquel proceeds to throw Io into shit. And then the Pomeranian in the CWC this time. Strong is backstage. I'm done. And I leave. I'm leaving now. I sleep now. Wait, no, that's the Lost Skeleton of Cadavra. Roderick Strong leaves. So now the 12-man gauntlet match is now down to 11. Raquel Gonzalez with Dakota Kai versus Zoe Stark. I get what they were trying to do. Zoe Stark showing that she has a lot of fight in her and she will continue to fight until she can't fight anymore. But Raquel Gonzalez has a match in a week. Why didn't she just basically destroy Zoe Stark? Or here's an idea. Why didn't you just have Raquel beat, somebody like Zayna Rainier? I mean, obviously you couldn't have had her wrestle twice, but have somebody else, that we haven't really seen all that much and just have her beat her in a few minutes. Because to me, I don't think this did as much for Raquel as they wanted it to. Yes, Zoe Stark did attack Dakota. She did some good stuff. And, actually got Raquel off of her feet a few times. And even had a nice blockbuster for, a 2 count. But then got hit with the one-arm bomb, 1, 2, 3. Okay. I wouldn't have minded that, except we're 7 days away from TakeOver. You really should have made Raquel look a little bit more dominant. And then Io attacks, and she gets laid out. Because this continues to happen. And then the Pomeranian's there, and again, this is to hype up the Taya Valkyrie coming into NXT. Kushida and Pete Dunne are talking backstage about technical wrestling. Obviously, they're going to have a match at TakeOver, which, if you watch the show, you know that. We get the prime target on O'Reilly and Cole. Apparently, they are either doing a documentary, they're willing to spend a lot of money to hype up this match. Their video packages are always tremendously well done. And this is no different. It hypes up the friendship. How this is, the ultimate culmination. They are going to have to, go to war, destroy each other. Only one can be left standing. Good stuff. Good stuff. Really, really good stuff here. This is something you should go out of your way to see. I don't really have anything else to say about this. It's something you really have to see rather than me just go over every minute detail. But it's very good stuff. And then, talking about being attached at the hip and all that. I'm really excited to see what they're going to do here. And then we get Casey Catanzaro and Caden. Boy, Casey was out with that knee injury for a really long time. They were supposed to take on Xia Li and the Grudge Ghost. That is what I'm calling her. She is a 1,000-year-old woman that made a deal with a dragon that only cost her soul. That is stupid. She does not deserve a goddamn name because it's a goddamn stupid gimmick. This is one of the stupidest things in wrestling. And I like Xia Li. Maybe Caden can get away from Casey and actually do something because Casey's kind of damaged goods. She can't really do anything. But Xia Li, she takes him on 2-on-1. And Xia deserves better is what I wrote down. Then Caden sees that Casey has things well in hand, says, okay, all this stuff about confronting this grudge ghost on this throne has worked out so well before. Let's do this. Oh, she's choking me. Oh no, help me, Spock, help me. And she blows smoke in her face. Is that what the Street Profits mean by we want to smoke? Hopefully not. This is stupid. Great. So we have the Fiend, which I already was sufficiently annoyed by this time last year. And now we have a female Fiend. Great. Just what we goddamn need. Somebody that's, looks like a weird, kabuki character from an off, Samurai Showdown game. Blowing smoke and doing stupid. This is dumb. This is really, really dumb. I don't care. Nobody cares. If you care about this, that's fine. I can't think of a lot of fans that really care about this shit. Xia Li looks great. She looks like $1 million. She has put a lot of work into transforming her body, which she looked good before. She looks great now. And this gimmick is going to doom her. Because the idea of a 1,000-year-old woman that, made a deal with a dragon to, for power that cost her soul. Seriously, you can do fanciful stuff in wrestling. This is dumb. I don't know who this, grudge ghost is. I don't care. What is her name? Tiramisu? Is it Aju? I have no goddamn idea. And I don't care. It's dumb. It would be dumb no matter what company it was in. Anyway, the back in the ring, spin kick, 1, 2, 3. What and why is this happening? Raquel Gonzalez sends Io through the wall. Literally through a collapsible wall. Stay down! Apparently she watched Triple H versus Undertaker at WrestleMania 27, and also Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker at the previous WrestleMania. Ciampa talks about his neck surgery, being a father, that he will have to chop Walter's head off. That is murder. That is murder, Ciampa. You shouldn't do that. And says it's a long way to fall. You know, it's a long way down from the top. Like, you know, when I chop you down, you're going to fall. It's like, and climbing back up is going to take a long time. He's going to win the NXT UK Championship. Sure, you fucking are. All right, Balor talks about his stamina, his long-lasting stamina, ladies and guys that are into that. 11-man gauntlet match. And the last 6 go to night 1 of TakeOver, where the final one will take on Gargano at, you know, on night 2 for the North American Championship. Cool, overcomplicated. Anyway, so Ruff jumpstarts Swerve, and then we go to the break. So it's Dunn, Grimes, LA Knight, Ruff, Swerve, Reed, Loomis, Atlas, Theory, Kushida, and Tyler Russ with Malcolm Bivens. You know, the guy who looks like a peanut. So anyway, only Dunn and Swerve got entrances, and Loomis just stands there for most of the match. Actually, he was the smartest person there. And Bivens helps, you know, jerk Atlas off the, you know, apron. Well, actually, he just, you know, distracts him. And it's not like Lita jerking Edge off the ladder. And then, you know, Swerve helps eliminate him. Okay, cool, it is what it is. Russ gets eliminated soon after. Theory, then, you know, it lands, but his feet didn't hit the ground. Okay, great, I got an idea. He doesn't nip up, his feet hit the ground, and he's done. Because he's an idiot. To be fair, given what, you know, has come out about Theory, he kind of is an idiot. And then Dunn and Kushida eliminate each other while the hoverboard lock is still locked on. Pretty impressive. So it's down to these final 6. Gargano joins commentary for the second half, and I'm out. You're going to have Mr. Charisma Vacuum on commentary. You're just not going to have me interested. He's not being a heel, he's playing a heel. And it doesn't really work. So Swerve and Ruff get eliminated because they're going to start next week. Because the order of elimination of the final 6 determines who will be in the gauntlet match, their spot. So it's Ruff, then Swerve. So they're going to start out and they're going to eliminate each other. Watch them eliminate each other. And then, you know, the third person comes in and then they're just fine. So Reed gets eliminated with a 3-on-1, a Reed-on-1, if you will. Gross. Grimes offers money to both LA Knight and Dexter Loomis to gain entry to basically be the final person. They eliminate him, and then Loomis goes over the top. Knight is like, okay, I'm going to go through the ropes, and then I'm going to pull him down. And I win, and you know what? LA Knight going to take a bit to gain used to that because he's Eli Drake to me. And he wins. He's the final guy, and he is, you know, pointing right at Gargano. I don't care about money. I care about that. It'd be interesting to see that. I don't think we're going to see LA Knight win, but it is what it is. And then Io shows up and calls out Raquel. They have a pull apart. Everybody jumps out there, and then Io dives on everybody. Okay, that's how you end it, with a big old pull apart brawl. Great, cool. All right, wrestling is doing too many of those things, and it's getting annoying. Both WWE and AEW. Anyway, agree, disagree with what I said, like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Retlin. I'll see you soon.